Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome back to more Memento Mori. Goodness sakes, it's been a ride. Let's continue onward with this lovely game, and we gotta go to the Hermitage and continue our, well, I should say, start our investigation that we've been assigned to do for Austin Kovich. Alright. So, this man here is a policeman. What is this?
Modern art has always fascinated me. To create things, you only need a garage, a blowtorch, and a pile of junk.
All right, that's being a little harsh, but I see your point.
I need to get inside.
I don't care what you need. You mustn't go any further.
Okay, here's the thing though. I need to go further. So how about you tell me something?
It looks like the guard isn't very enthusiastic about his duty. He's obviously quite cold. He's holding an unlit cigarette.
Well, we got to get in, so we're gonna hand him the permit.
I can go in. I have a permit.
Show it to me. Well, I doubt that I'm standing here all night long looking forward to smoking another one in the rain and cold, so that the damned American could have a private nocturnal tour.
I'm French.
French, German, or American. I don't give a damn. There's something strange about this permit. And nobody told me to let anybody inside.
Look, I don't enjoy being here any more than you do, but unfortunately, just like you, I have no choice. We don't have to make life difficult for each other, do we? This permit was issued by your superior. I think you should do what it says.
So, now you're telling me what to do. Like I said before, this permit is just a shred of drenched paper, and nobody told me to expect visitors. Unless somebody gives me different orders, it's too bad for you.
Uh-oh.
Ostankovich. Can't he leave me alone for a second?
I guess I'll respond positive. No, fuck that. Negatively. Fuck you, dude. You low-key hung up on him. Oh, no. Oh, that is probably a terrible... You low-key hung up on this man. Alright, fair enough. Well, you're not gonna help me, right? So, here, I'll light your cigarette then. How about that?
Would you like a light? I'm really sorry that you're stuck here, but if you think you're the only one Ostankovich jerks around, you're wrong. You can go home and sleep in the morning. I don't have it so easy. Let me inside. You know the permit is genuine.
Okay then, just go. What a life.
Indeed. And with that, we get to go in. Although I have a feeling I'm going to regret hanging up on Austin Kovich. That's not going to go well for me. Oh, he's going to be pissed. Oh, no, I hung up on him. Oh, no. I've never done that. I didn't know that was a negative response.
Darkness everywhere. A storm outside. I can think of more pleasant places to spend the night. I'm curious what Ostankovich wants me to do here. To find out, I should call him.
Yeah, we should. Preferably, quickly so he doesn't get pissed off at me for hanging up on him. Although I have a feeling he's going to be very upset with me regardless.
Strong enough signal here to make a phone call. Let's hope it doesn't fade.
Alright, so we're just gonna... Oh, I have all kinds of people in my fucking phone. Let's go. Austin Kovich it is. No. Boom.
Here I am.
Why did it take you so long? Don't try my patience, dear end. I have 2 jobs for you now. I don't trust the security system anymore. I've had the internal monitor switched off completely. My men are stationed outside the Hermitage, although they don't know why. Sad to say, you're the only person I can trust. I want you to go in tonight and take a very close look around at absolutely everything.
Yeah, why?
So I am a security guard now. What am I supposed to do? Spend the whole night walking around shining my flashlight at things, looking for intruders?
Of course not. You wouldn't make much of a security guard, would you? Take a look around. Cast your expert eye over things. To be more precise over everything. And you better do a good job. You've only got this one night, and that's going to take some explaining.
You've dragged me all the way from France so I can walk through a museum all night long?
Spare me your hysteria, Durand. Now for your second task. I need you to examine the precious items in the museum and try to find traces of tampering. Ensure they are not counterfeits.
You sure you don't have a third job? Irrigate Africa before sunrise, Durand? You need labs and machinery for those sorts of tests. They can take days, weeks even. And you want me to look at dozens of paintings in the dark? And I'm only talking about the most expensive ones here, and tell you whether it's a forgery? You should have called a magician, not me.
Yes, I am sure there will be a few small difficulties. That's good reason to start right away. If you find something, call me immediately.
Well, I guess we got no choice but to look around. So, let's get to work. We got to figure out what's going on. He didn't seem to reference me hanging up on him, so I guess it wasn't that big of a deal.
I know who painted these paintings, when they were painted, what colors were used. But whether one of them is a forgery, no way. Not without specialized equipment.
Really? You can't tell the difference? You forged paintings for years, my dude. You should be able to have an eye for that. Okay. So, I have issues in point-and-click adventure games. I'm going to show you guys what those issues are. So, here's the barrier. Now, we can clearly see there's a sign here. So, you would think if I left-clicked it, he would talk about the sign. But watch what happens.
I don't think that climbing over this is a good idea.
So interestingly enough, when you left click it, he only acknowledges that there's a barrier there. This threw me off the first time I played the game, because my first instinct was, why wouldn't he do that? Now, when you investigate closer, that's the only time he ever even acknowledges that there's a sign there, like so.
The rest of the corridor is closed off. According to what it says here, the exhibition will be open again in 14 days. Restoration work is in progress. Yes, I can see an empty wall at the end of the corridor. It's useless, no point to it. What the hell does he think I'll find here? It's high time I call Ostankovich and tell him that this whole undertaking is absurd.
Absurd and silly. I don't know what he expects you to find out here. In any case, well, I guess we'll go back out here and give him another call. I'm sure he'll just be thrilled to hear from us again, won't he? You gotta love the fact that this man will put away his lighter.
Damn it. Oh. The signal is too weak in this place.
Ah, right. We gotta go over. We have to go over to the window. The window to the wall. No, don't. No. Do not run over to that.
I don't think I want to open the window. It's raining outside and it will be locked.
Well, you could just say it's going to be locked. The raining outside part's irrelevant at that point. Alright, let's give him a call and see how pissed off he's going to be.
What have you found? It seems a little soon for you to be calling.
Look, I've gone through the exhibits, but without proper examination, I have no way of finding anything out. The only thing that struck me is that closed corridor in the Hall of Peter the Great. What happened to the painting?
The day before yesterday, the frame of the painting was damaged. Fortunately, the canvas survived and the work is being restored. Probably a vandal.
Could it be related to yesterday's system crash? Maybe it was a test to check how well the security system works.
I must say it sounds intriguing. I'll definitely have it looked into.
So, we can talk about this like reasonable people, and you'll forget about that idea. To be here.
Durand? Hello, are you there? What's going on? Durand, stop!
Hey, stop!
Oh, shit.
What was that? Someone's there.
Someone's actually in here? Why?
What? Somebody ran through here a moment ago and knocked down the barriers, but now he's gone. The corridor leads to the Hall of Peter the Great and doesn't go any further. That's really strange.
So, as in any point-and-click game, you never go to the next area without investigating everything. And the first thing you want to look at is this rope.
A strong piece of rope. Maybe I'll need it.
This man picks up the first thing he finds, and watch what he does. This man instantly just puts it in his coat. I don't know how many pockets he has, but that's what he does. Take a look at this.
Dragging a heavy metal post around the gallery doesn't strike me as a good idea.
But we can look at it closer. So, funny story, you can actually rotate the camera, and this is the one you want, this hook. I love the fact that he doesn't even acknowledge the hook. But here's the other one, and if you try this one, it doesn't work.
I can't unscrew it, it's too tight.
So yeah, there's your clue that you're supposed to unscrew it and take out the other one. Anyways, now we're going to head down the hall, and this is actually a fairly clever puzzle.
Here? Someone ran by me a moment ago, and I don't think he could walk through walls.
So right now it's dark, so you can't see
This painting
shit.
is being restored. There is a sign beside the barriers. I can't see much to examine here. There was a painting here. It's no longer here. It's simple. And it's too dark to see more details of the wall.
So we're going to whip out our...
A bit of light could help. The painting is being restored at the moment. Its frame was damaged. Fortunately, the canvas survived.
So right here, there's nothing going on, right? And we can actually kind of move the camera around. And
I can't see anything special on the post.
here's the part where the game actually is really clever. So if you bring your lighter further
flame.
down...
There's a draft coming from the bottom of the wall. Sure, there must be a secret door in this wall. But how will it open? Something's telling me the gap at the bottom of the wall has something to do with opening the secret door.
Now, I don't know how you're supposed to make the logical leap that the hook is the thing that does it. Like, I know that's what does it. I just don't know how you're supposed to make that leap. But apparently you're supposed to. So you use the hook on the gap, and that should open the bottom of the door.
Where will the secret door lead to?
All right.
The door closed itself automatically. If someone attacks me here, Ostankovich and his people won't ever find out.
Yeah, more than likely. Anyways, now we're going to pick up this stone over here, and we're going to need this for later, because this is actually kind of important. Not just for this puzzle, but for something else as well. Yeah, as he mentioned earlier, with the door being locked, there's no way anybody's going to find us down here.
If I want to use...
So let's look at it closer. So we have insulation.
Surprisingly, the rags are quite dry. I'll see if I can use them for something.
All right. We got a bracket.
I need to loosen this somehow.
Well, he's going to need to loosen the bracket. Let's try the valve.
It's a bit rusty. I can't do much about it.
All right. So I guess it's the cobblestone, and we're just going to beat the shit out this bracket. Fuck brackets. Fuck them. Nice. All right, we'll take the broken off
pipes
bracket.
are all rusty. Hardly anything will flow through them. It won't matter if I take a piece of the bracket.
At least in theory it shouldn't. Okay, so we have what we need. So now it's time to get to work. You know what we'll do? Actually, can I do this now or should I do it later? Okay, I'll do that in a little bit. So let's try the ladder.
Oh my goodness, that was close. I could have got killed.
All right, so we need to secure the ladder, which is what we have the rope for. So let's try the rope. Nice. However, despite us using the rope, he will not go down there because it's dark. So you remember how I mentioned that this door is going to close? This door's closed behind us, and he said that nobody will ever find us down here? Well, that's what the cobblestone is for. If you use the cobblestone on the door...
Now the door won't shut on me.
Fantastic. So now, when whatever happens, we'll be able to get our way out of here. So if you try the ladder again,
I'm not going into the dark. Who knows what the ladder's like? What if it suddenly ends in the dark before it reaches the bottom?
I mean that's a possibility. So we're gonna combine the
A
insulation.
nice torch. It probably won't burn for long, but it should help to see what's down the ladder.
All right, and now we'll combine our trusty unlit torch with the lighter.
At first glance, it looks safe down there. And the corridor goes further.
All right, good enough for me. Let's head down. Well, not much down here, sadly.
It doesn't look like there was somebody hiding behind it.
Well, I mean, all that's left is a door. So let's take a look and see where it goes.
Hey, stay where you are.
Don't come any closer. I mean it. Wasn't that loose ladder enough?
Freeze! Step away from the painting, or I'll shoot! That wasn't the best idea.
Bitch, do you even have a gun on you? God damn it, you're gonna get us killed out here. Talk about how you got a gun.
Don't move.
Damn, I hope he's not armed. Leave the painting where it is.
Max should have contacted me ages ago. He's been away for more than a day. Where are you, Max? Damn.
Hey, bright side is at least our phone actually fucking works.
Svetlova, SWOA.
It's Pierre here. Please, Lara.
Well, well, look who's calling now. Maybe you should show up for work sometime. The analysis I did for you yesterday.
That's what I want to talk about. Demer told the boss that I had you do it. Fortunately, it was an excellent job, so Charlotte was happy. She knows you did it. It will help your career one day.
No to je skvělé. Takže nakonec existuje něco jako karma. Udělej něco dobrého a ono se ti to vrátí. Vidíš, když už tě mám na drátě, taky bych něco potřebovala. Pracoval jsi chvíli ve státech, že? Dokázal bys sehnat nějaké podrobnosti o smrti profesora Abramčikova?
Sure, why not? I still have some contacts. Why don't you claim it by yourself as an official Interpol request?
No, it's not an official matter. I just have bad feeling. I knew him personally.
I'm sorry. I will check it out, of course. It may take a bit of time because I'm not in Lyon at the moment. By the way, that's exactly why I called you. I need again your help in the lab.
Okay, looks like we have a deal. You will send me what you figured out on Abramchikov, and I will solve your little problem in the lab. What do you need?
There's a new chromatograph in the lab. Charlotte wants to have an analysis of the forgery to get more information. Demer will do the analysis, but you have to calibrate the chromatograph. It shouldn't be a problem.
Well, I think I'll manage with the handbook.
Oh, hello. The manual is missing, but I'm sure you can handle this. The basic instructions are in the database. I have to run. Bye for now.
Pierre. Pierre! Damn it.
Well, he said so himself. Let's check out the database then. Fuck it, we got nothing better to do.
At least Pierre put some information on the chromatograph for me in the database. As far as I know Pierre, that should be helpful.
Be better than nothing. So, the GCT-55. So, with these kind of puzzles, it's kind of important to take note of the important details. This is one of those understanding what you're reading situations. So, when you look here, and we'll operate at temperatures and humidity environment type 2. Let me see here, where else? It's recommended you run at the lowest accelerator setting in its default mode 3. So we have environment type 2, lowest possible setting, default mode 3. And let's see what else is there. Alright, I think that's it. There's not much else here. In any case, even if I'm wrong, I mean, I have the answers, so it's not like I can't just figure it out. He did send us an email about it because, you know, we helped him out and all. So here, he thanks us for helping him. So, with that, we're going to head on out and take care of this little job we have ahead of us. So I guess we'll go back down to the laboratory. Just in case you're wondering, this is the
Now,
last time
where's
we're
the
going to be down
chromatograph?
here. So these type of puzzles always are...
Some chemical agents used for analysis. Fortunately, this isn't part of my job.
So here's a chromatograph, and now we're going to enter into the investigation function here and start doing some goofy shit. So if you look over here, we'll deal with that in a little bit. So we got the
There's
socket.
no reason for it to be turned off.
So we'll plug it in. We'll scroll around, and if you look here, there's the switch. Boom. Now we have it. The power's on. And if you look over here...
Warning. At the first calibration of the device, it is necessary to choose the calibration protocol 3.
Alright, so we had the environment type, we had the acceleration number, and we had the default initiation mode. But now we have a calibration protocol number. Very important to keep in mind. So let's begin, shall we? Run environment type 2. Calibration number 3. Acceleration number 1. And default initiation mode 3. Boom. We are in.
Good. That's that done. Next time we should insist on a manual along with the machine. Ah. Seems I should check my email inbox.
Anyways, moving on. So we gotta go back to her office because apparently she only gets email updates on her phone but can't actually physically read them on her phone. Seems a little odd. But then you remember she's using a fucking Nokia, so it shouldn't surprise me that much. Alright, read messages. Abramchikov's
It
death.
really looks like it was a tragic coincidence. Professor, you didn't deserve such an end. How many times did I tell you that those night walks would be the death of you?
Surprisingly enough, if you guys remember, that very first part I posted for this, which was the introduction to the game, it actually references this a little bit. So let's see here. He liked to go walking. He made a visit to DeWitt Park. Only in the rain, a 3-kilometer walk is rather exacting on an old man. That's probably the reason why he fell over the banister into the water. It's been confirmed that his cause of death was by drowning, and there were no signs of violence. There were no witnesses except for a drunken homeless man who shouted something about a black limousine, but he also babbled the coming of the Lord of Death and other nonsense, probably induced by alcohol overuse. The case was closed as death by misadventure. Damn, that's unfortunate. Keep that in mind, the Lord of Death. That's going to come up later.
Colonel Ostankovich is on the phone.
Oh, God. Oh, she legit just hung up on him. Okay, well, I mean, I want to see what would happen. I'll call him back since he just called me.
Petersburg Militia Secretariat, can I help you?
Hello, this is Larissa Svetlova. Could I speak to Colonel Ostankovich?
Oh, is that you, Larissa? Hello, it's Nadezhda here. How are things in Lyon? How come you never give me a call?
Well, you know how things are. Petersburg or Lyon, you can't run away from work.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I keeping you from something? Oh,
no, thanks.
Take care and...
Uh-oh. Oh, there we go.
Colonel Ostankovich is on the phone.
I guess I should probably answer it this time.
Good morning, Colonel. Did you find anything?
Lara, Max had an accident. I think you should know.
An accident? What accident? Is he all right?
He found some long-forgotten underground area in the Hermitage. He shouldn't have gone there at all.
And what happened to him?
He fell into the water there. We found him shortly after that happened.
Oh my God. Is he alive?
It would be best if you came here at once. Come to my office. I must go now.
Ostankovich! Is he alive? What's the matter with him? Ostankovich! Oh my God! Ostankovich! I got on the first plane. What's the matter with him? Is he alive?
He's in the intensive care unit. He hasn't woken up yet. Apparently, he was under the water for some time, and the doctors are afraid of potential brain damage from oxygen deprivation. Fortunately, the water was ice cold. That slowed down his vital functions. Perhaps if someone he knows was around, it might help us to wake him up.
And how did it actually happen?
He called me from the Hermitage. The call was cut off. Somehow he'd found a hidden door leading down to the Hermitage cellars, where the most precious works used to be hidden during the war. He went down there on his own and he fell into deep water. Good thing he had enough sense to wedge the secret door open. Otherwise, he would probably be dead now.
It seems strange that he would just hang up to go to examine the cellars. That's not like Max.
At the moment, there's nothing. Hang on. Ostankovich. Yes, of course. Can he be moved? Good, thanks.
The hospital?
Yes, he's over the worst of it. He even came to his senses for a while. There doesn't seem to be any long-term damage. Now we need to get him somewhere peaceful and quiet.
Thank God. We could take him to my old flat. When I'm in France, only my aunt lives there.
That's not a bad idea. I'll arrange it. He's really lucky.
If he hadn't gone to the Hermitage in the first place, he wouldn't need luck.
You just won't stop, will you? If your attitude...
Look, he's waking up.
Where am I? What happened?
Shh, don't tire yourself out. You're safe. Everything is all right.
Am I in Petersburg? What are you doing here?
You had an accident in the Hermitage. Hermitage. For a while, it didn't look so good for you, so I had her come here.
The Hermitage. I wanted to call you. Oh my god. That monk. There was a man there.
He's delirious. He was all alone in the building.
No. No, you don't understand. There was a man in monk's clothes, and he was taking a painting by Delaroche, the one that should hang in the gallery. I followed him, and he found the secret passage. But then he escaped.
A monk. I should call the hospital and find out if these could be hallucinations or memory problems. Head trauma can cause that.
He could hardly have hallucinated the secret passage. And as for the painting, better check that there isn't a forgery hanging in your gallery.
Of course, but I'll have to arrange it in a way that doesn't cause too much stir. In any case, I won't need you here any longer. You can go back to Leon.
I'd rather stay with him until he recovers more.
Your concern for him is certainly touching. But your presence here could draw the attention of Interpol to what happened here. You don't have to worry about him. He's important to me. I'll look after him myself.
Max, what did we get ourselves into? Take care of yourself here. When you wake up, I'll be back in Leon. I will tell my aunt that you will stay here for a few days.
Alright, let's go talk to the aunt then.
My tarot readings were never favorable. Moreover, their predictions usually came true.
Yeah, they can be either really good or really bad. Unfortunately, tarot... I've always wanted my own set of tarot cards, though. I've always just wanted to learn. That just seems cool. I should follow through on that one of these days, but I want like a really nice set of tarot cards. I don't want some cheap bullshit. Let's talk to the aunt.
He looks a bit like Sergei, don't you think? Although he was a bit taller and had fair hair.
Maybe a little bit. So you don't mind him staying here for a while?
Of course not. You have feelings for him, don't you?
I feel responsible for him. He's in this mess because of me.
There's something strange about him. But I think you would make a nice couple.
You think so? Max and me? No, it would never work, I'm sure.
You are too transparent, my little girl. How on earth can you be a policewoman?
You're the only one who takes me for a little girl these days. But let's stop this. You will look after him, won't you? And don't scare him, no cards.
The cards were good for your grandma, your mama, and for me too. Perhaps you should change your mind about them, Laura.
We've been through this before. Let's leave it for another day, shall we? I've got to go now. Take care.
Alright, well, that's all we got here. What does this say?
When I was little, my aunt would put my hair in plaits in front of this mirror. I can still remember it.
What's this picture?
My aunt never really recovered from Sergei's death. No wonder. She lost her only son. Perhaps that's why
The
she
fuck is
refuses
this
to
woman
let go of
watching?
all that occult nonsense.
Jesus.
I've already offered to buy a decent TV for her. But would she agree?
Probably not. Probably not.
Take care, Max.
Dreams. Windows into other worlds, into pleasant memories, into the darkest corners of the conscience. We don't choose dreams. They choose us.
Are you finally up and about? You were always a world-class sleeper, but a whole day? That's impressive even by your standards.
And I see you haven't lost your taste for childish humor. How did you get here, Andre?
Lara called me. She said my big brother was on the verge of dying. So naturally, I jumped on the first plane here. I was worried I might need to donate my blood or a kidney or something, but here you are, sleeping away.
You shouldn't have come. I'm up to my neck in something scary.
Still the overprotective older brother, eh? I took time off and I'm staying here until you go home.
I'm being forced into this by the cops. And you know why. I can't just leave.
Well, that's another reason for me to stick around and keep you out of trouble. I'm staying and that's final. Now, how about getting some fresh air? It'll do you good.
I had a terrible dream. Do you remember how you fell into the lake? It's a bad omen.
To tell the truth, I've got better memories. And you can't scare me away with talk of bad omens either. Now, move it. We won't get anywhere by standing around chatting.